August 25th, 1804 was a stifling hot day when Captains Lewis and Clark, along with 10 of their men, walked under the blazing sun for 4 hours. They intended to explore Spirit Mound, located near Vermilion, South Dakota. Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'm at Spirit Mound, historic Prairie, and it's Prairie, so we'll see if there's anything at all to see other than the mound and Prairie. So let's go. Let's see what we can see. According to Clark, several men complained of a great thirst. Heat and fatigue so affected Lewis's dog that the dog was sent to a nearby creek to wait out the men. Spirit Mound was described as a mountain of evil spirits, a hill of little people, and a place of devils. Native Americans told of 18-inch tall humans with remarkable large heads who inhabited the site. Armed with arrows, these spirits attacked anyone who approached the hill. Lewis and Clark found none of the little people. They did, however, find a most beautiful landscape, observe hundreds of bison, expansive prairie, and great flocks of flying birds above the mound. Clark deduced that the steady wind over the open prairie drove insects to seek shelter on the leeward side of the mound. The birds came to feed on the insects. Writing in his journal, Clark hypothesized that the stories associated with the site might have their origins in the unusual animal activity. Today, Spirit Mound Historic Prairie is one of the few places where you can walk with certainty in the footsteps of Lewis and Clark. In order to provide Spirit Mound visitors with an opportunity similar to what Lewis and Clark experienced, the site is being restored. Prairie grasses and other native plants are being reestablished. The prairie restoration began in 2001 and will take decades of growth before it becomes a good representation of the prairie as seen by the expedition. Spirit Mound has a rich variety of prairie wildflowers and grasses and is home to fritillary butterflies, birds, and many other prairie animals. Spirit Mound is located 6 miles north of Vermilion, South Dakota, along State Highway 19. Although there are other hills nearby, the mound, in its relative isolation, is striking. Until recently, the mound was privately owned. A farmhouse, cattle feedlot, concrete trench silo, and tree shelter belt were located on the eastern slope of the mound. Most of the site was farmed, with the remainder in pasture. Through the efforts of the Spirit Mound Trust and their work with the National Park Service and the South Dakota Department of Game, Fish, and Parks, the 320-acre Spirit Mound site was purchased, cleared, and seeded with prairie species. The intent is to restore it as much as possible to the conditions that Lewis and Clark saw approximately 200 years ago.